figure you don't get to see this very often.
No, I've never seen the ground come up like this before. You said this was totally level at one time?
Yeah, this was like that on both sides.
And this has come up this high.
Mm-hmm.
And I see the trees there are just like
Parted.
leaning out away from it.
Yeah, it's parted. We don't know if it started on this end or on the other end.
And what did you say happened that morning? You said it just, the whole house shook and...
I was sitting on my recliner, which I was just doing, just sitting there watching TV. And the chair started to shake. And I was just paying attention to the chair. I heard the boom, but I wasn't paying attention to the boom, really. I was paying attention to the chair.
Mm.
But they said there was the big boom. The next one down by the creek heard, he thought somebody blasted dynamite.
Are there mines in this area?
Nope.
No mines.
And then the guy across the street from me, his wife was in the shower and she heard it, and he was leaning against the washer and it was moving. And then the kid next to me, north there, he said that he heard it, but he thought it was thunder, and he walked to the window and it was all blue sky. So then he just thought it was somebody blasting too,
Huh.
Different ones said they've heard it like on the other side of the church and that. But when they started talking to me and asking me what time and stuff, then they says, I did hear something,
And like you said, this ground was absolutely level.
Yeah.
And now, well, it's definitely gone up.
So, and right here, we kind of roped it off because the main one is right here. But the grass is covering several other ones. And if you stepped in there, you might get a broken leg.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because you'd fall through the grass.
Right.
So it's best to stay. I tell everybody, just stay on the right side of the whole thing all the way back. My other half was down on his hands and knees pulling the grass away. Then he stood up and fell in. So
Oh, gosh.
he twisted his back.
Yeah, I seen where they were taking sticks. Is this one of them?
Yeah, he put the sticks in there
Holy.
for. He just roped this off yesterday, but otherwise he had to stick
That's
it
about
to let
3
everybody
foot.
know where the holes were.
Huh.
Because didn't want nobody stepping into it.
Right.
But yes, last night he went and put it that far.
I seen something about somebody had a pile of firewood. That's how you guys found it.
Well, this double tree fell down about 2 weeks ago today. We had a big wind, and they were kind of hooked together at the bottom, so one went that way and one went that way. So he says, well, pine's no good to burn.
Right.
But he said, I'll cut it up and pile it, and when the snow comes, I'll just burn the whole pile. So he'd come down for an hour or so off and on, and he was down here on Sunday. Then he didn't come down on Monday, and when he came here Tuesday, then he found this.
Something about he had a wood pile somewhere, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
it was
He
was
had it
flat,
down
and
here.
then
He had, logs about this long, piled about this high. And it started up there and came down to here, and he says he was looking at it and thought, why would I walk uphill to put wood on the side of the hill? And then he started looking around, and he said, God, I don't remember that hill ever being there. So then after we thought about it a while, and then my grandson that hunts just right over in here, he hasn't hunted for 2 years, but he was here this morning, and he says, that hill was never here, Grandma. I used to bring my truck right up here, and I never walked up a hill.
hard to believe that this was actually level 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And today they're not sure.
So that's why I prefer to come with people, because the other night we weren't home and my daughter came up and she said there was 10 cars out there and people just running all over.
Oh gosh.
And I says somebody could get hurt, or you know how kids are when they see a river or a lake, they gotta throw stones and sticks in.
Mm-hmm.
And I says I don't want it disturbed until at least he looks at it.
Right.
So I says maybe another week nobody will come and we'll just see what happens. I don't know.
You know, it makes you wonder what's under the earth to make it.
Heave up.
Is it a
Yeah.
bubble or?
That was a flat rock there that could split open.
Huh.
Then I think that's hollow underneath there. Some of it is overhangs. Like
Yeah.
this, I think. So I say, be careful, don't step to the edge. You might,
Right.
on the way down, you can hit a stick and get stabbed or a broken leg or arm.